From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
All right, thanks for staying with us. You know, the election season already heating up, and as always, to join us, Dr. Paul Fabrizio, political science professor at McMurray University. Here in Abilene, the election is just under 2 months away. So, your opinion, how is the election season, I guess, going?
Well, probably the best way right now to look at local elections is what signs do you see? Because the reality is none of the candidates, except for Kyle McAllister as the incumbent, are really well known by the larger community. So they've got to get out. So one way to do that is go and see what signs are out there, who's actively putting their signs out, putting their name forward. And there's a couple of candidates, Kyle McAllister, Charles Byrne, let's see, there's Corey Clement. I've seen signs for. You said you've seen a sign for Cantu.
I saw Jessica Cantu have a sign. I did see a couple for Ron Constantine too.
Okay.
So
I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah.
And it's simply every candidate has to confront that there is possibly 10,000 voters out there who will vote in this election, and most of them don't know who they are. So they have to go out there, they have to put their name out there, they have to get signs out, they have to be going door to door, they have to be speaking at all the service clubs they can be speaking at. That's the campaigning that's taking place, or should be taking place. And if those candidates aren't doing that, they're going to be in trouble.
So time is already creeping up on us.
Oh, yes, indeed. Early voting is, what, 5 weeks away?
Yeah, April 22nd is when that starts.
Yeah, so there is an urgency to this. And if the candidates don't feel it, then I would argue they're not trying that hard.
Okay, very interesting. Now, we do want to make this announcement. KTAB, we are officially doing a debate for Place 5 and 6. We're going to air that on April 18th. So that's the Thursday preceding early voting, the start of early voting. So I will tell you that all candidates were very quick, all 8 candidates, 5 for Place 6, 3 for Place 5, excuse me, were very quick to confirm their participation. But, you know, kind of like what you're saying, this is now going to be the only debate that I've even heard of that's happening right now.
Right. It's actually hard to have a debate when there's 5 candidates in one race, 3 in another. How do you actually do that? And of course, you'll work all that out before the time comes. And so that's going to work against having many of these debates. So this will be a fantastic opportunity for voters to actually see the candidates.
Yeah, and Dr. Fabrizio, you'll be working with us on some of these questions and the different types of things that we're going to address during this debate. Now, let's talk specifically about each race. So Place 5, this is obviously, I guess the more contentious one because of it's the one that has Kyle McAllister sitting in. He's the incumbent. He's facing Corey Clement, who we know from a couple years ago, actually.
Right.
And then Cynthia Alvidra is a very outspoken social person who spoke on a lot of social issues. This race, how's it going? Throwing a third person in there, do we think we're going to see a runoff?
I mean, mathematically, there's always that chance now
Yeah.
that we'll see a runoff. Kyle McAllister, you can see his signs all over the city, so he has the advantage already of name recognition, but he has the disadvantage of being known by many people because of the controversy involving his Facebook posts. So he has to overcome that. The other 2 candidates have to get out there and make sure that people know who they are. And they're active on Facebook especially, but a lot of the voters who will vote are not going to be paying that much attention to Facebook. Our voters in this city skew in the older direction. So therefore, you've got to reach them where they are.
So we saw our first round of folks trying to officially, you know, sign up and say that they're for candidate. The Abilene Firefighters Association is for Dr. Travis Craver on Place 6 and Corey Clements on this. So we saw our first round. What do you think that even holds any ground?
I think if you look at them historically, they have not always endorsed the winner.
Okay.
So it's not a one-to-one guarantee that they're going to win. However, what it shows, it sends a message to voters that these are the candidates who best express the needs of these groups. So the Firefighters, the Police Association, these are their endorsement. It gives them a little bit of establishment credential, street cred, in other words, say it. Does it guarantee a win? Not at all.
Yeah. Endorsement was the word I suddenly lost in my mind. Is the issue that Councilman McAllister, those posts deemed racist, is that issue dead?
That is a hard question. I would argue that it's not dead. Mm-hmm. The question is whether it's going to influence the people who vote. And is it going to turn Kyle McAllister supporters into, I'm definitely going to vote to show my support for him? Or is it going to turn people who don't like Kyle McAllister because of that into active voters? And those are things we just don't know, and we won't know until Election Day. So it's not dead. The problem is that Kyle McAllister is going to deal with this for the rest of his political life. It's always going to be there. And through the news media, through Facebook, it's always going to be present. It's not hard to go and find his posts.
Right, it'll always be there.
Yeah.
Those pictures and stuff. So what must Ms. Alvarez and Mr. Clement do?
Well, number one, they have to get known. That's the number one. Even though they both have run for office before, they have to start from ground zero and get known. So name recognition stuff they have to do. Then they have to demonstrate that Kyle McAllister doesn't represent the views of the majority of the city voters, and that they do. And that's a tough road to take. They're going to have to find a way to differentiate themselves from him and make themselves stand out. And they have to do it with 3 people in the race. So they have to say, in the case of Ms. Alvarez, that I am different than Kyle and also Corey. And Corey has to say, I'm different than Kyle and also Cynthia. And so that's a tough thing to do.
Very interesting. All right, so that's place 5, and when we come back here on Big Country Politics, we're going to talk place 6 specifically. This is the race with 5 different people vying for this spot. So we'll continue our conversation with Dr. Fabrizio. Big Country Politics returns in 2 minutes.